Hello everyone, we're reviewing what has been a wonderful 3 days of selling here at Oaklands Junction. A nice warm day today for day 3, the showcase sale. We've had a lot of fun. My co-host has been outstanding in Emma Freedman, joined by Sebastian Hutch, of course, the Bloodstock manager for Inglis. Em, a lot to celebrate over the last 3 days.
Well, absolutely. We have had a great couple of days, and with the first session and then the showcase session today, providing us with a number of lots that sold for over $100,000, and I'm sure the team here at Inglis, but also all of the vendors involved today, would be absolutely thrilled with those. But it's been a great sale, and I'm sure we will see many a future champion come out of the last 3 days of selling.
Sebastian, 16 plus $100,000 lots is a great result just for today.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, we had 7 in the sale last year, so to get to 16, I think we had 7 in the first 2 hours today.
Fantastic.
So it was really excellent, and you know, we felt like we had a good profile of stallion represented in the showcase session. Some nice colts that's driven the market primarily, but a pleasant surprise to get to where we've got to with the showcase session, and clearance for book 1 grows and grows all the time. So, you know, not ignorant of the fact there were some struggles through various stages of the sale, but like the final outcome, I think is going to be very positive.
Let's have a look at the top lots for today, and Alabama Express represented, Hanseatic as well, Peltzer, Seamus Award, and Dirty Work. So a nice spread there.
Yeah, I mean, it's very much physique orientated. A day like today, people want to buy particular sort of horses with particular objectives in mind. I mean, the top lot's an interesting one. She was a Spruik filly at one stage in Olds. I remember being chat of 1,000 guineas at one stage.
Yeah, that's
so,
right.
Like, it's not like Anthony Mitten to get excited about something early on. But like, it's great for Hanseatic because he was a very capable horse. You know, probably didn't ever really get to see the very, very, very best of him. But a very good-looking horse, getting good-looking stock, and it's great to see people like Peter Moody and other people who purchased him over the last few days recognising his merit.
Peter Moody obviously buying the top lot there in that colt, but obviously, as you said, a lot of people buying today on what they've seen in front of them, and part of that is due to the fact that there would be a number of trade horses to come out of today's session.
Yeah, it's primary driver of the session like today. You know, it engages lower profile, a trainer or agent looking to try and find some value, and then the traders tend to swoop in over the top and, you know, cancel the fun that people who think they found some value are going to have. So, like, it's part of the mechanics of the sale, and it's worked out well.
How have the number crunching been going for days 1 and 2, where it must be awfully close to 80% clearance right now?
Yeah, we're terribly, terribly close. We're either 1 or 2 short. We've got to get to 402 to be 402 horses sold to be at 80%, and we're either at 400 or 401. I just met Anthony Thompson walking back from the office with a big smile on his face, and I'm hoping that might get us to 401. But it's been a fantastic effort. I mean, we must commend the vendors because, you know, you do reach a point where vendors recognise, right, I got to meet the market.
Yeah.
You know, maybe the market hasn't come to the expectation that I had, but take a pragmatic step and try and meet the market. A number of vendors have done that today, and it's meant that we've been able to get a bunch of sales done. And, you know, credit to a number of the purchasers. They've seen opportunities amongst the past in lots, and away you go. And look, we're going to gross well in excess of 52 million when the private sales are completed, and I think fantastic. That's a pleasing result.
Yeah, so and that average just a touch under 130,000.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, like Emma said at the start, really we want what we want to happen is we want good stories to come out of this sale and the race course over the next 12, 24, 36 months. It happens every year at this sale, and if we can toast to there being a really good horse in a Blue Diamond or a Slipper or a Derby or a Guineas or whatever it may be over the next 24 months, that'll really be fantastic because it gets people to come back again.
You've been noticing my hat, of course, part of the Inglis pink bonus. I sense that I could be a potential ambassador for the pink bonus.
It's a problem that you're not a woman, but anyways.
There's a couple of things I need to address. Of course, this $1 million Inglis pink bonus is absolutely fantastic. Well done to Inglis for what they're doing and the way that the buyers are approaching it, but none better than the Hayes team.
So we're here tonight at the Royce Hotel. We put together girls syndicates to target the pink bonus, and we've been incredibly lucky because we actually won the very first one with Arkansas Kid. And then incredibly, we won the second one with Blue Allure, so we are very on board with the Inglis pink bonus.
Arkansas Kid moves up, takes the lead and won the first.
I am very involved with women in racing because I love getting women together and networking on a platform of racing and horse ownership. And I think our greatest salespeople are people who love racing, and women are very good at bringing other women in. So I am very focused on pushing the word out there and getting girlfriends to bring in other women, because that's the way into racing in a lot of ways. So I think we can do a lot of events, have a lot of fun, form a lot of friendships, and have a fantastic journey. And of course, many of them are also saying, where's our next horse coming from? So of course there's an Inglis sale coming up, we'll buy a horse.
So when we're looking to buy our Lindsay Park Ladies horses, you know, we want them to be able to be winning the Inglis Pink Bonus. Mainly that is tailored to speed horses and sprint races. So I suppose what we're looking for, sharp running, fast looking types of horses for starters. And then you're also potentially looking for things like an early foal, you know, speed, sire lines throughout the family, things within the pedigree that are going to suggest that the horse might be up and ready. And the other thing is you don't want it to be too expensive, because to be accessible for, you know, our entire community of Lindsay Park Ladies, we want it to be at different price points. One of the things we also do is we allow, you know, syndicates within syndicates, basically. So you don't have to take 5% at X amount of price. You know, if that is exceeding your budget, we will more than happily accommodate a smaller budget and fit you in within a syndicate somewhere as well, because everybody is welcome in the Lindsay Park Ladies community. Well, the Inglis Pink Bonus Series is the most lucrative female ownership bonus series in the whole world. Like, it is absolutely amazing, the amount of prize money, $1 million across, you know, a 12-month period, and then it's tailored across 2-year-old racing season and also the 3-year-old. So you get so many different bites of the cherries with the same horse and the same ownership group. It is just so much fun for us to be able to build our ownership groups around those races and our horses targeted to those races, and have so much fun on the way.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
The Kanaka Million goes with and stays with Cool as a Bill. Cool as a Bill, the told by Sebastian, as is trying hard, but they won't get those famous colours again. Cool as a Bill won the Group 1.
It has been a great thrill to be down here at Oaklands Junction for the Inglis Premier Yearling sale as part of the Sale Day Live team. Have loved the experience and loved going through the catalogue to try and find a future champion. So I thought I'd take you through our setup as to how we work Sale Day Live, because it's a big setup and a really good one at that. Follow me. This is the greenhouse, I call it, because when we've got all the sides closed, it's nice and toasty. A little bit chilly this morning, as is evident by the dream team here and wearing puffer jackets and coats, even though I'm in short sleeves. There's Josh giving us a wave, so they've got their screens, they've got buttons. To be fair, I'm not quite sure as to how all of that technology works, but this team, they know what they're doing. They do a great job and never miss a beat. Now, In terms of how we shoot Sale Day Live from our little greenhouse studio, we actually have a 3-camera setup, and that's a pretty big deal. Sometimes when I work, we only have 1 camera. So we have 3 cameras here. Dan's in charge. He's got the lights all going, keep us nice and toasty, but also those lights are here to light up the great man's beautiful face in Jason Richardson, who's here with our own Gemma cutting.
Makeup artist, officially. I'm just here to make Gem look great. And she's just going through all the book kit, telling me, you know, to concentrate on lot 736, the star turn filly out of No Time Like Now. She said it's a beautiful walking type.
Yeah, out of a Nakoni mare, Richo. You've got the pedigree here. You nailed it. You nailed it.
So we not only have all of our production team, camera team, Fitzy, who drives this whole ship, but I've got to give kudos to Gem because she puts together the rundowns. She makes us know that what are the big lots coming up, what we've got to be aware of. Your job, not only going out there chatting to the people, but also making sure that this rabble of a group of people is on the straight and narrow each day.
Yeah, it's not, you guys aren't rabble. It's good fun. It's good fun. I have an easy job, really. I speak to all the happy people over there that have sold horses and that have bought horses. That's the best part of the job, I reckon.
The Inglis Sale Day Live broadcast has been something of a revelation, not just for us, but for the Australian bloodstock market as a whole. It's effectively brought the broadcasts of the sales environment to a range of people that traditionally never had access to quality production of this sort of broadcast before. And we've had fantastic hosts over a number of years since this first started in April 2020. We've had tremendous support from a variety of different advertisers right the way through the process, a number of whom are very consistent supporters of the platform. And I think encouragingly we see new advertisers come on for each sale. What's great for us is we go out into the market, whether it's at the races or during the spring when we're inspecting horses on the farm, when we travel around the world. Regularly we're getting feedback from people that their engagement with the sale is through our Sale Day Live broadcast. And this is pretty much a world first as far as I'm aware, that an auction house is producing content to the quality that we are, broadcasting the sale, promoting our vendors, promoting our horses, promoting our buyers in the way that the broadcast is. And it's something that we're just going to keep trying to make bigger and better, and hopefully we continue to get great support for it.
This is what we do. Check this out. There's our little notes. See if you can work out our code. It's really tough. Blue for colts, pink for fillies, $300,000 plus. Hey, absolute beauty. It's been a great sale.
Richo and I really do like a system. So what we need is lots of notes, catalogue. I like a post-it note. There's lots of notes being made in here and highlighting. And yes, you're right. I do travel with a pencil case.
I'm with Ryan Arnell from Stonehouse Thoroughbreds as we get to the conclusion of Day 3 of the Inglis Premier Sale. Ryan, take us through your results from the Inglis Premier Sale this year and wrap it up for us.
Yeah, look, as a Victorian breeder and vendor, it's been an excellent sale. Our inspections have actually been through the roof here. We've had an incredible amount of foot traffic, which has been excellent considering the economy that we're in at the moment. We were very nervous coming into it, look, the previous yearling sales throughout the year have been, there's been a bit of touch and go sort of feel about it, so we didn't know what to expect, but yeah, with the people that have come through, it's been tremendous.
Can you think off the top of your head or remember what maybe your busiest yearling was in terms of the number of inspections it had?
We definitely had a Seamus Award filly out of Bays that ended up going to Annabelle Neesham for $200,000. That was a great result, and just to sort of show what we were seeing there, we had 32 X-ray hits on her, which was just a phenomenal result. I don't think we've seen that ever with any horses. So.
Yeah, right. So a heap of trainers here, interstate trainers, and a lot of agents as well. A lot of international faces I saw here from Hong Kong especially.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen people from everywhere across the world at this sale, so that's been a tremendous feel, and you can really feel that within our industry there's a want for a racehorse. There's a real need. There's plenty of traction and plenty of wanting of the horse, but maybe the economy that we're living in at the moment is just maybe holding that back a bit.
Yeah, so the pressures with the economy are well documented, but as you say, the quality of the horse is still well sought after.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as I said, the foot traffic that's come through, the inspections, the X-rays, the vettings, it's there's definitely a real strong feel for the racing industry.
From a personal perspective, you must be thrilled really to look down the buyers list of your draft. You mentioned Annabelle Neesham, Greg Yearling, Anthony Freedman, Clinton McDonald, and even down to Dean Hawthorne down the list. I mean, there's the real who's who there on the buyers list.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we, as a breeder and a vendor, that's what we want to see. We want to see them going into these great stables, country, metro, all of them, and really give the horse the best chance at what we want to achieve, which is race results.
Now, we look ahead to Easter, but we also look ahead to the breeding stock sales, which are coming up in a few weeks' time, really, in a few months. Ryan, you'll be active at those?
Yeah, so we get home from this sale, we're straight into our weaning, and then we're deciding what's going where, and yeah, breeding stock sales will be a huge thing. We'll be on the buying side and the selling side there, so we'll see what happens.
We'll perhaps see you at Chairman's, but the Sydney Yearling sale up there at Warwick Farm, we've seen some really amazing pinhook results here at this Premier sale, buying out of that Yearling sale.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm a big culprit there. I like buying from there. It's the first sale. I love getting in early and having a good look at them, and yeah, we can really find some good value there.
Well, Richo and Emma, I've had an amazing 3 days here at the Inglis Premier Yearling Sale down at Oaklands. I can't wait until Easter. I must thank all the Sale Day Live sponsors for their support of the broadcast, in particular John Kelly and the team at New Haven Park for sponsoring all my interviews. And again, I can't wait to catch you all at Easter.
Beautifully done. Gemma Cutting has been absolutely superb over the next 3 days. Not telling you, Sebastian, how to run your business, but if she doesn't get a promotion and a bonus, I'd be very surprised.
Chief Entertainment Officer.
That's exactly.
Who don't want to be anything else. Yeah.
Totally.
She has absolutely nailed it. Very quickly, Easter. Whet our appetite for Easter, please.
Interestingly, it's interesting to some people. I didn't chat to Andrew Stewart directly, so Andrew Stewart is the man that coordinates the pedigrees for Arian.
Right.
Puts all the pedigrees in the catalogue together.
Yeah.
Andrew Stewart told somebody at dinner the other night that in his 20-odd years working at Arian, that it's the best group of pedigrees he's ever put together into a catalogue. So that's fantastic, right? That's all great, but like we got to see all the horses in the spring, and as a collective, we all felt pleasantly surprised coming off each farm that, we've identified this horse as the best, or these 3 are the best, these 10 are the best, depending on the size of the farm you go to. And a lot of those horses ended up in the catalogue. I would say the most that have ever ended up in the catalogue in my time at Inglis. So, like, there's a massive gap. I mean, it's one of the more peculiar things about the sale in an international context. You look at the horses, in some instances, 9 months prior to them going to sale. Like in Europe, they're looking at the horses in May and they go to sale in October. Yeah. It's a short turnaround. Yeah. Whereas we're looking at Easter horses in July and August and September, and then we don't see them again until April.
It changed so much.
Yeah, it changed so much. I mean, obviously, nice horse generally, but it's very much comparable to humans. You know, there are instances where a child who's small at 15 becomes massive at 18, and different things like that. But we'll probably go to the Hunter on Monday week. Start looking at some yearlings. I know a few people who've been around the yearlings already. Angus, famous Angus, auctioneer Angus, just asking how good he is himself. He'll tell you.
I'm chairman of his family.
Yeah, famous Angus. Went up a couple of weeks ago with a group of people looking at the yearlings and came back pretty excited. So he's got us all really, really excited. And look, it's a massive responsibility for our company because it's the most important yearling sale in the Southern Hemisphere. It's statistically, you can argue, the most effective yearling sale in the world in terms of its ability to produce good horses. We get people from all around the world to come for the sale. It's very important for the vendors. It's very important for the buyers. Just got to make sure we get a lot of it right. And it comes with it a degree of pressure, but it's pressure we're keen to have, and we're really looking forward to it. It's going to be important, and it's going to be great.
It's going to be fantastic. Simply
I'm excited.
Good luck to you and your team. And you've been absolutely fantastic. Thank you for joining me.
It's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it. We've had a giggle, and we've brought you, all of the results along the way. So I cannot wait to see what you guys produce in terms of that catalogue for the Easter sale and everything that's available there. Particularly one lot that will come up at some point in time.
Lot 391.
Lot 391.
So on day 2?
On day 2, Piero out of Winks, and this is the perfect way for us to dismount. Jonathan Darson, who's a legend within everyone in the Inglis organisation, is going to have the great honour of auctioning the very first progeny of the mighty Winks. So we caught up with him.
Jonathan, we're 5 weeks out now from the 2024 Inglis Easter Yearling sale. You have the honour of selling potentially the most hotly anticipated yearling to sell in our lifetime or through the company. Lot 391 Piero out of Winks. What's the weight of expectation like when it comes to a high-profile horse like this?
Oh, Jimmy, there's no doubt that everyone at the company is delighted to be given the honour to sell Winks' first foal. And she's one of those mares that I suppose grabs people's attention, whether you're a race goer, whether you're just a casual observer of our racing industry, not only here in Australia but around the world. I think I was lucky enough to be in America last year and they were talking about Winks and asking what's happening with her breeding career. So to be able to tell them that we've got the honour of selling her first foal through the Easter sale is something really special. The daughter of one of the best race mares to ever grace the turf anywhere in the world. So I do think it's a unique opportunity. We've had people coming down from Japan to look at the filly on the farm. We've obviously had a lot of interest from overseas connections, and I think anyone in Australia knows what a champion she was. So she's a beautiful filly. She's beautifully balanced. She's by a very successful stallion. So she's a filly that really she's very hard to replicate in any shape of the word, because her race record, Winks, will stand alone probably forever. As an auctioneer, I think it's going to be exciting. It's one of those things. Every horse is important when you're selling, because it doesn't matter who they are. To the breeder who's bred them, it's a very important time in their lives to try and maximise their sale price. But yeah, once in a lifetime, you get the opportunity to sell something that I think people will be talking about in the lead up to it. So it's something I'm very much looking forward to, and hopefully we can do a good job.
This is your 38th year with the company, with Inglis, Jonathan, and you've been privy to some really huge moments in the sale ring at Easter and all the other sales that we hold as well. But where do you think this will stand for you in your career of auctioneering and actually working at the company?
Oh, look, I've had a lot of great moments throughout my career with Inglis. I started in 1986. I remember I was part of the team when we sold the first $1 million yearling horse called Fortunito, who was sold at Easter. I did in 2009, I was lucky enough to sell the first foal of Mackay Diva, which I suppose has some similarities with what we're talking about with the Winks filly. I mean, Mackay Diva, 3 times Melbourne Cup winner, real heroine of the industry at that time. She sold a Galileo foal, her first foal. Tony Santic sold the colt, made $1.5 million at Easter. And there was a lot of media coverage, a lot of, I suppose, pressure going into it, but it was good to see him sell so well. And that same year, I was lucky enough to sell another very good race mare. She'd actually raced at the time, Samantha Miss. And then last year, Gemma, at the chairman's sale, we had this unbelievable catalogue of horses. I remember Rusty was selling Ice Bath. Brett had Montefilia to sell, and I had a mare called Nimmerly. And so there were 3 standout mares, great anticipation going into it. And those big high-profile sales, they're really exciting as an auctioneer. You certainly do get the adrenaline going, but there's pressure as well. So hopefully, as I say, if we can do a good job, everyone walks away happy, and the horse goes on to bigger and better things.
As an auctioneer, I mean, I know you've sold plenty of high-profile horses and yearlings, but do you have any lines prepared for when you might sell this lot 391, or do you prepare anything like that?
Oh, not really, Gemma. I think sometimes it's better to go from the cuff. I'll have a think about how to introduce her perhaps, but no, once the bidding starts, you just don't know what's going to happen. Someone might open her at a strong price. It might go up in small increments. You just don't know. So I think it's better not to plan too much. But yeah, no, I'll hopefully think of something to introduce her to the crowd. There'll be plenty of eyes on her, and I think everyone will be watching the horse. They won't be listening too much to the auctioneer. While we're getting through the other sales, it's in the back of our mind that Easter's coming along. It's going to be something pretty special.
Top of the hour, top of the legend, the greatest of all time.
History is about to happen.
Absolutely brilliant. What a campaign that Inglis have got in store to build up 33 days, and you just thought, oh bugger, I've got a bit of work to do between now and then.
A few quiet days after this, but no, you just get stuck into it. But it's exciting. I mean, it's great to hear Jonathan talk about it that way.
Yeah.
The best way to define Jonathan is certainly in a professional context, is Jonathan is the most experienced bloodstock professional possibly in the world. 38 years experience in English, it's extraordinary. There's nothing that Jonathan hasn't seen, and to see that an occasion like this is as exciting as it is to him is fantastic. I think it's invigorating for the rest of us, and as Jonathan said, there's a degree of pressure to make sure we get it right, and we're very grateful for the opportunity. And hopefully we can send everybody home happy on the 8th of April.
Well done, mate. On behalf of our team, all behind the scenes as well as in front of the camera, thank you so much for watching throughout 3 magic days at the Premier Sale. Now we build up to the #1 sale in this hemisphere. We can't wait to be at Riverside for Easter. Enjoy your night.